Yo, another motherfucking day, another motherfucking dollar. We live. We in the building. This is Cracking the 80's, aka Watch That Bitch. You could be moving shady. The podcast. Smoke your weed, drink up. The podcast.
AKA bitches. We gonna split this meal or what? The podcast. Man, this
AKA I saw the Rockefeller chain thought when them shots was fired. The podcast.
Yeah, them AKAs don't stop. They going fire.
Shout out to Cameron for that. One of those notorious.
But shit, how y'all brothers doing, man? It's a fucking. I don't know how the weather over there, but it's fucking beautiful today in Houston. I was outside smoking a spliff earlier in the sun just cause it felt good. And we got good. We got spring around the corner. What the weather looking like out there in NY? Drugs.
Yo. They got him. They took him.
They got that nigga. But shit, how the weather out there, bro?
Oh, but I mean, shit, it's normal. It's bipolar as usual. You know what I'm saying?
It's not warming up.
It is, but it's still a little windy. I'm up top, like on a mountaintop, so it kind of is like, you know.
Oh, okay, you get that.
Yeah, I get that unnecessary wind. Yeah.
Elevated air.
Yeah, it's cold up there. It's cold up here than it is down there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. And so now we finally got some good weather. Like I said, I was out in the sun earlier, nigga, just cause that shit felt well. Really, cause my girl left. So when I walked up to the whip, I was like, I already had the spliff in my hand too. So I was like, shit, nigga, I'm gonna just stay out here.
Right? Nice. Is weed legal in Houston?
Hell no. Yo, you know what's wild about that shit? So look, weed is not legal whatsoever in the state of Texas. But you know how it was in NY before it became regulated? They have like a bunch of like CBD shops and shit popping up.
Oh, so slowly but surely.
Yeah, basically, slowly but sure. But it's wild because Texas is so conservative, the state. Houston, I mean, it's probably just because it's a little more the Democratic here. They allowed them to pop up here. But
right,
I'm pretty sure you go to other spots in Texas, them shits is not there. But yeah, it's definitely not legal. But I mean, everybody do the shit. You go to shows, concerts, or whatever, parks, or just out. You gonna see niggas. You gonna smell the bud.
Yeah. Is it a Cabo State?
See that I don't give me the line. Like, hey, we're gonna have to scream, man. Look that up. But
I'll look that up right now.
I want to say because it's in the South, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even too familiar with what Commonwealth states are. I know the term, but by definition, nigga, don't get me the line on public record about what that shit is. But yeah, man, Houston. I've been out here, I think 7 years now. I love Houston, bro.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, it's not? So what is a Commonwealth state? Like, give me the definition on that since you got it pulled
From
up.
what I know of it, because I don't know the whole, the particulars, as Stephen A. Smith would say. I know it's states that make their own shit, for the most part.
Okay. Like
have their own set of rules. Yeah, it's laws and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, shit is different. You know what I mean? Out here in PA, this shit ain't. Motherfuckers, you catch you with some bud, nigga. They calling SWAT. They calling, you criminal number one with some weed, nigga. Don't get caught with no weed, nigga.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a quick search, but fuck all that. I guess we lost. Them people got that nigga drugs, so we gonna have to.
Yeah, he took his ass.
Yeah, we gonna have to carry this. We gonna have to carry it until they decide to get him back.
That nigga Mel still talking about the weather machine. They grabbed him before he could even say anything.
They got that nigga.
They got him up. Nigga Mel about to go, well, the weather machine. They got him before he could say, well, they got his ass. Damn. This is cracking the 80's, man. This is what happens, man. This was happening with cracking the 80's. You know what I'm saying? It was coming to get niggas. Yeah, it was coming to get niggas.
You never knew.
He was on the niggas that was on the block. Niggas that was on the block pitching that dope. Like how we on here pitching that dope. They came and got them niggas. They came and got that nigga Mel just now. You guys witnessing it live. This ain't a joke. You got that nigga.
Strong survival.
Oh, so he back. Oh,
they let him go.
Beat the case. He beat the case.
Yeah, my son beat the case early. They can never hold a real nigga.
Can't hold what that nigga. What the DJ said, he can't hold a real nigga down. Shout out to my nigga Mel
Being that murder charge.
Being that murder charge.
Chill, man. I escaped like the bikers in Righteous Gemstones, man.
You escaped out the pen? Oh, Psycho Ninjas?
Spoiler alert.
Nigga dipped off on them niggas. But nah, we weren't talking
Ninjas?
about shit. We was just talking about weather and all that type of shit. I mean,
how's the weather and why?
Smoking a spliff outside, shit like that and all that.
Man, shit sounded like a beach house.
Yeah, nigga, I wish I had one of those right now.
The only thing missing is the ass shaking.
I mean, the ass shaking sometimes, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I love me some ass shaking, but you need the right environment and mindset to be around some ass shaking. Because if you're not, that shit is just like funky after. It's like, hey, shorty, I get it. Get that ass out of here. Like,
nah, you're right.
Like, come on, shorty. That shit big, it's cool, it's bouncing, but that shit out of here, man. It's cool. I ain't really on that right now.
Yeah, you shaking your ass ain't really, in this day and age, shaking your ass.
All right, they don't do nothing. Maybe if we was like 10, 15 years ago, I would have been like, shit, man.
Oh, shit, yeah.
You see ass on accident nowadays. You go on the phone and you're trying to search the definition of bakery and you just see ass. Like, oh, I didn't expect that ass to be there. Just on Instagram. Like, shit just popping up.
You're in the middle of the, you know what I'm saying? You ain't seen your aunt in 15 years. She seen you in the store, you know what I'm saying? You about to give her your number. Hold on, auntie, let me get your number real quick. Nigga pull out his phone. Whole tab fall out, a whole ass.
Because it's not a lot of, we only seen ass shaking at parties.
Yeah, back then.
Growing up. You know what I'm saying? So like now, where it's just a girl that just posts a video of her shaking her ass in her crib for a fucking TikTok video. Shit
just
is like, even before TikTok, shit, Vine, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It was just like,
let's get into the mindset of that. Like, this shit fascinates me. Like, and this is an accidental topic, but fuck it, we here now. This type of shit fascinates me because, you know, we all creative in our own aspect. And I mean, we some creative niggas, so we know what it takes to be like, all right, I'm going to start this right here, and this is what my end result I want it to be. Like, it's either I'm going to start this song, I want to finish the song. I want to start this design, I want to finish design. I want to start this edit. Imagine the chicks that's doing they content creation is just showing off themselves, like they ass or they face. They content is, yo, let me pick this phone up, set it down right here. All right, I'm going to do a little move in the camera, 10 seconds, and boom. That's my content for the day.
That's it. Boobs.
Right, and
I'll be like,
and while we at it, I'm going to charge y'all niggas.
Facts. Like, while we at this shit, I'm going to make you niggas pay to see this shit.
And you have no idea who I am.
And you don't even, you'll never see me ever. But
hey,
we live in a world now
where
there's niggas online.
Live in you know,
there's a market for that shit.
Shout out to Zack Snyder. We live in a society, man. This is what it is. This is, you know, shit ain't Jared Leto.
Said this shit years ago. Instagram is the best way to promote some pussy. Like,
it is.
He said that shit years ago before it was even to the point
Twitter
where it is now.
Twitter too.
Yeah. Twitter. I mean, not really. Twitter is for the people that's already like established. You can't just jump on Twitter and just post pictures. You got to kind of have a personality or a voice.
Right.
Like Instagram, you ain't even got to say shit. Nigga, it's fucking back in, you know what I mean? Back in my day before I, you know what I mean? When I was browsing the interwebs for ass. That sounded like I was trying to purchase some pussy online. But basically, when I was a nigga that was into the Instagram model world and shit, like it's a bunch of bitches on there that I ain't even never heard them talk before. Like, but they got a whole following. They making money just because niggas like how they look. That shit is crazy. But I mean, get your money. I ain't hating. It's the world we live in now. You gotta adapt. Shit.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking adapt.
You gotta adapt to that, doggy.
So I mean, let's go into, you know what I mean, this is a hot topic every pod, and it's just that boy Jussie, man. That nigga Jussie. Nothing major. That nigga Jussie, he's trying to sue the twins that he involved in his bullshit. basically his lawyer is seeking a lawsuit against the two Nigerian twins that allegedly were the gentleman that assaulted Jussie in his story. To me, how is this even possible? How can you sue some niggas over a fake story? Like, even though they helped you with your fake story that didn't happen, how are you able to sue these niggas? Like, on what charge? On what term? Like, basis?
I don't know. I have no idea how this is even happening.
It's 2022 America, bro. It's the show. This is where we live. Like, you surprised? This is the world we live in. You got niggas going to court over fake stories, but then creating real lawsuits off of fake scenarios. Like, we living in the Truman Show for real.
For real.
Since we on the topic of lawsuits, that brings us to Meg the Stallion versus 1501. I mean, Meg the Stallion versus Carl Crawford. Y'all.
I saw the tweets.
Familiar with what's going on with that?
Yeah, she can't do shit. She's a slave. They got her ass.
But what's your so basically I got a tweet here, Meg, and she is a string of tweets. I'm pretty sure it's like over 10, but I only have one here. And this tweet says, this is Meg the Stallion. She goes, Carl, referring to the CEO of 1501 record label here, is a local record label here in Houston. Carl Crawford is a retired baseball player. So he got some money. He started a record label. She goes, Carl, I don't want to be signed to your pill popping ass. And I probably shouldn't have said that because she defaming this nigga. We don't even know if this nigga pop pills. You talking about I ain't paid for a show? And you sound slow. Like, all right, come on, shorty. I'm the artist. I don't pay you directly. Maybe fight with the man you signed to. And you might see some money, you fucking powder head. You hiding behind Jay Prince. I feel like that's the most important tweet that sums up the entire scenario. So basically, Meg, when she was coming up, signed to 1501. He pretty much introduced her to the game in terms of giving her some backing early on. I would say that's important in the artist's career, but once you get to a major stage, those same people kind of do, unfortunately, get left behind unless it's like some people that you've been rocking with from the beginning. But even that kind of goes left sometimes. But just how y'all niggas feel about the situation in terms of her position and his position being like, hey, you signed this paperwork. What do you expect me to do? And her being like, yeah, I understand that, but I moved on from that. Like, let me go. Let me get my rights, and that's that. Because it's the common topic we see come up all the time in music.
Shit, it damn near coming up in sports now.
Well, we got to ask the question, did she make that money back as to why he can't let her go? They still need their money.
Yeah, and true. And I mean, and when it comes to music, typically these music record label deals are based on your albums. Like,
right.
You in for a certain amount of album deals. Until you fulfill that, you aren't eligible to be released. So, in her case,
better sell some clothes.
I mean, in her case, her music ain't been her. That ain't been her her top dog. She ain't really making probably as much money in her. Her net, damn near not coming from music. Like, I would say probably 25% of her income is music. Everything else is like ad deals and sponsors. So for him, it's like, yo, you're not even really hot when it comes to music. But she probably feel like, hey, I'm putting these projects out. You should be able to recoup what you put in for me off of that. And he like, nah.
How? Yeah, you ain't even doing no numbers.
So she basically looking at it like, and I mean, I feel her, but then I feel him too. Like, yo, I signed for 5 albums or 2 albums, whatever it was. I put out 2 albums, quote unquote, but them shits wasn't good. So he like, yo, them shits, you put out a debut album after you put out like 5 projects, quote unquote. And even that shit, they make no noise. Why would I let you go? I didn't recoup nothing. your label that you signed to probably got most of that bread for what they did to put those projects out. This is overall, it's a fucked up situation. It just shows you how the music business is like. It don't seem like a fun business to be in if you really operating within the confines of that shit.
You know what it is, man. It's like, because I wanted to touch on this topic too. I wanted to talk about how, like, back in the day, you know, Kanye West and Rihanna, they had 360 deals, and you know what I'm saying, they deals was shitty. But look at the fucking quality of music they was putting out. The labels was getting their money back.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? So it's a difference in just, it's music. Because all the best artists, you don't hear that some of the best artists who are putting out quality music having troubles with their labels.
Yeah, but true and false, because you got to remember, you know, money that was being made, that was a different era. You know what I'm saying?
It was a different era. It wasn't.
Niggas wasn't making a certain amount yet. Niggas wasn't signing certain deals yet. You know what I'm saying? In terms of contracts, wasn't.
Niggas is getting more money now than them niggas back in the day was.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, I think that's his point. I think he basically saying because of that, it was a lot more exclusive to even get in that position. So you had to be top of the top to even be able to be putting out.
Yeah. Now, Mars, think about it, bro. We could just put it all together. We could do the math. If I found you off the street, you already got a buzz, bro. But for whatever reason, you still want to sign to my major label. I'm Interscope. Well, let's not say Interscope. Let's just say whatever major label. You already got a buzz, bro. You don't need me necessarily. But in your mind, maybe you think you do but need me. The way, you know, however it works in your mind. Bro.
Whatever you were used to, what you seen, not having the knowledge, not really believing in yourself too.
Exactly. And not to cut you off too, but I already know, I know numbers. And I got a team that deals with numbers all day, every day. That's their career. I know the potential of your ceiling. I know what you might hit, what you can hit, or, you know what I'm saying? Or I can at least jump into that ballpark. You don't know shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So your ceiling could be crazy. Plus, artists don't even know the actual dollar amount that they're seeing from streams and all type of shit, bro. So it's mad hitting money, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You feel me? So the ceiling now is extreme. So, of course, bro, I'm going to scam your ass, bro. Of course, bro. You came to me, signed to me, bro. I'm going to sign you to a 360 deal. And now the 360 deal is going to be even worse because now, even though you could probably make even more money, bro, I'm quadrupling that money that you think that now you think you making boss money. You don't even know where I'm at. You never even met me. And you work for me.
Nah, facts.
That's the type of money I got.
That goes to further the convo, just bringing it back to just full circle, talking about comparing back then to now. That goes back to the game recently. I don't know if y'all seen that clip. He was at the Laker game, and Jimmy Iovine was there. 50 posted this clip, actually. Petty ass 50, you know them niggas. He posted a clip of Game at the Laker game, walking through the crowd, and Jimmy Iovine was approaching him and another dude. I'm not too familiar with who the other gentleman was. Game was walking toward him. He approaches them, tries to dap up the first gentleman, and he kind of daps him up, but it was kind of like, oh shit, I didn't see you there. Oh, I guess I'm gonna dap you up. What's up? Jimmy Iovine behind him, who was the guy that pretty much helped sign Game back then by probably way of 50 and Dre's help. So the way 50 tried to frame it was like, yo, this nigga Jimmy don't even really fuck with you. Going to what you were saying, Drvgz. Like, yo, I just signed you back in the day, bro. Like, I made a lot of money off you, but I don't really fuck with you like that. I don't even know you. Like,
I ain't even gotta shake your hand, fam.
Legit. Like, he didn't even look at Game, bro. Like, in Game mind, I'm pretty sure in Game mind at that moment, he like, oh, there go Jimmy. Like, let me just go show some love. You know who I am. I'm the Game. Like, I'm successful.
And you know, we obviously we just speculating. You know, the jokes is gonna come, but man, and Jimmy, man, pardon me, bro. Pardon me, bro.
Nigga said, "Who are you again? You got braids now. I've never seen you with braids before."
You tall, man. You taller than they said you was.
That nigga Jimmy had on some Timbs too, I think, bro. Hat
That's a
backwards
fact.
like always, the glasses.
That's a fact.
Classic Jimmy moment. Pause.
Crazy fitted on, you know what I'm saying? Fit crazy.
Yeah, shades on. Yeah, the red shades on.
Yeah, I don't know if they was red, but he definitely had some thick lenses.
Okay. Usually there's the shades with the red tint on them.
Yeah, that shit funny. I mean, Game and 50 though, like this is like a beef that it's weird because I don't think they got beef. They got a back and forth. I feel like Ja Rule and 50 got real beef still. Game and 50, I feel like them niggas just go back and forth with each other for sport. Well, more so Game. 50 ain't never big this nigga up. He been straight consistent in dissing this nigga. Yeah, Game will give it up.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's not a real beef because, you know, we already know what came about during that beef.
True.
But as far as like the temperature nowadays, I'm pretty sure, you know, it's all, you know, fun and games. But I think, you know, Game, obviously, I think he had his, gun on his lap, man. He was prepared.
And I mean, Game got an album coming out any minute now. So as much as he could stay in the public eye, 50 being petty, he knew 50 was going to do something. So, or whether he did or not, 50 doing something didn't. It only helped Game stay in the spotlight at the moment. Because I mean, for an artist that came out as long as Game came out, because you got to think Game came out around like right after 50. 50 years and moved on to a whole different career. For Game to still be talked about in the realm of music is at this in 2022 that's something to be talking about. No matter what we talking about him, it's like that means something. It got niggas that came out last year we ain't talking about.
Right.
Niggas that's nice too. Not even like them niggas is whack. Like my nigga Big Sean. Like unfortunately that nigga is cold as hell, but niggas don't seem to give a fuck about nothing he do, boy. Like,
yeah, the fact that he wasn't even on the Nego, the fact that he wasn't on the Nego album.
Yeah, they don't fuck with him, bro. Like you can clearly see they excommunicated that nigga from Good Music, the whole
shebang. Yeah,
fucked up. Like that nigga rep big music. He rep Good Music more than any other nigga. I think, if we being honest.
But you know what I think? I think that's low key what it was, man. Sad to say.
You mean?
Sometimes, you know, sad. It's kind of sad to think about, but sometimes, you know what I mean, we get these great opportunities and you know, these I guess opportunities of a lifetime, and you know, we step into these situations with that whole like, oh man, mama, I made it, man. Man, fuck this contract, man. What this shit say? Fuck it. I'm just glad to be here, man. We gonna get this money. We gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And being optimistic. Yeah.
Exactly. As opposed to taking a step back and saying, yo, Mars, let's call the homies up. Let's call, you know what I'm saying? Let's have a little circle group meeting. You know what I mean? We gonna come back to this. We gonna call them back. You know what I mean? Ain't no rush. We gonna talk this over. And if it sound right, this is what we gonna do. If it don't sound right, we gonna send it back on our terms. If they don't like that, it's always more deals, nigga. You know why? Because we know our potential. We know where we can possibly go. And we ain't gonna give up on that. But
yeah, see, that's a good mindset to have. I just think shit, sometimes in the position where, you know what I mean, 9 out of 10 times niggas is coming from the hood or not so great situation at the moment. You get that opportunity presented to you immediately, like right now, niggas even having that conversation, I feel like that is a large aspect to why niggas be in the position they be in. From Meg to Big Sean situation to all these niggas in rap. Like you coming from a fucked up position, which is my like gripe and why I really don't fuck with the music industry as itself or as it functions. Because it's like predatory. They prey on young niggas from the hood that's in these fucked up situations that might know better, that might have these talks with their people like, yo, what you think? But still got to make that bad decision, quote unquote, because niggas got to get it right now. Like, it's hard to see down the line in that moment.
But too, ain't that the world we live in, bro?
Nah, it's definitely the world we live in. Hell yeah.
We could fall back. We could take a step back from music. We could go into anything. We could go into the job field. If I'm an owner, if I'm a boss, supervisor, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for workers. More times than not, I'm seeking people who don't really have much of a choice.
Nah, that's facts. You spitting now, nigga.
Hey, fam, I need you to sweep all this shit. I'm gonna pay you this.
I'm gonna pay you $7.
You ain't got much of a choice. You got kids. You got this. You got that. You behind on bills. You got school bills you ain't paid off yet. You ain't even made up your mind on your life. You all twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I need you. I'm praying on you. That's what I need.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you decide to slack on your job, you know what I'm saying? You slack on your job, I still got insurance on you, family. So do your thing. I'm making money regardless. There's other bodies. There's trillions of people on this planet.
Now you spitting, nigga. You open this shit up to more than a niche fucking industry. This is the world now. You got, like you said, you got niggas that's working. You got niggas that's working for niggas that's in position.
So it's a huge pool, bro. It's a huge pool, a huge tank. It's nothing but sharks out here, bro.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts, nigga. We need a fucking niggas need our own fucking song to play when we gotta, get shit back back to like a good light.
Oh,
you gotta let that. She was a model for a year and a half. Then she took her pins out. Then her hair dry. Imagine having kids. Knock yourself out as the get your spirits back hive music, nigga. But fuck. Nah, that was real though, man. Like, facts. Like, these corporations, when it comes to money out here, especially when we talk in America and capitalism, which I say capitalism runs the world, and that shit run America. So America's influence throughout the world is definitely clear. Like, you know what I mean? But you got companies like McDonald's. I mean, we could say that they did the same shit with Pusha T. I mean, he created their slogan, ba da ba ba ba. I'm loving it, and them niggas gave him pennies on the back end. So, as Pusha and in his battle rap essence, rightfully so, what would he do? Team up with Arbys and drop a diss track against McDonald's. Fuck that, nigga. We going on wax. We going on wax and we dissing these niggas. Y'all niggas peep that diss?
Yeah. This ain't as big as I'm loving it. Okay, say that much. Okay.
Nigga said we not loving that, bro.
Right. And first off, everybody is hyping up the fact that he did. Listen, shout out to Pusha T. Get your money. Okay, say that first. Okay, get your money, my nigga. Get your money. Okay, shout out to you. Get your money, right? But let's not act like niggas don't eat. Not even act. I'm not even gonna say that. We don't eat Arbys.
Wait.
Who eats Arbys?
Let me offer some pushback. There's not many Arbys on the Northeast. That shit is a little more popular out here. Y'all niggas never had the meats?
I had French fries from Arbys. Arbys does have some good crinkle fries.
Nah, they got some good ass curly fries. I ain't gonna front. You can buy them shit at the supermarket.
But they have the meats. Niggas don't usually go there because they be saying that they be having the meats. You understand what I'm saying? So you know how he chose to not speak about the meats. He told to talk about fish. I didn't even know they sold fish.
Bro, I ain't never heard anything about fish from Arbys. First of all, you don't really hear much about Arbys in general. I'm gonna keep it funky. Like, I pass by a couple Arbys out here every so often. Them shits be looking dead, bro. I'm surprised they even got enough money to put out But this is the thing about Arbys too. They got wild commercials that air all the time for a company that we presume to not be doing well. They got to be doing pretty good. Because, I mean, keep it funky for a company that I ain't never seen anybody say, yo, let's get some Arbys. They on TV with a commercial, like, monthly, bro. That shit ain't cheap.
True.
So, I mean, they got to be getting bread somewhere. Maybe the meats pay off, I guess.
Pause.
Niggas is just slaying the meats, bro. That's it. Like,
hey,
can't knock them. That's the industry they chose. The meats.
Hey, not to sound like I live under a rock, but dog, people still eat McDonald's, man.
I have this talk often. Believe it or not, I have this talk very often with multiple people in the group setting, individuals. Now, I'll admit there'll be times where I'll get caught up and I'll run into McDonald's and get a quick snack because I might be on the road, I might be working. I ain't got time to really cook. I need something at the moment. So I'll get a French fries here and there. But I gotta admit, even after eating that shit, I feel like this shit don't make me feel good. But nigga, McDonald's is not going anywhere. Them niggas is alive and thriving.
Hey, listen, man.
All I'm saying
McDonald's fries is still
what?
I'm waiting.
Still the shit.
They not though.
The shit of what?
They not
of what?
To me, they are.
Bottom of the shit.
They are. Okay, sometimes it depends on.
Think about that.
It all depends on my history of fast fooding. Okay, it all depends on what time of the day you go to these fast food restaurants, right?
I'm following you. Go ahead, continue.
You go like 12 o'clock afternoon, right after breakfast is over, 11. Them fries fresh off the motherfucking situation. With any restaurant, it's a banger. Burger King, when me and the family would go to last summer we was going to Hershey Park. We went even we took little road trips and shit. We would hit Burger King like 12 o'clock before we hit the road. My nigga, it was like fucking like a burger from BBQs or some shit with some fries.
Burger King, bro, that is one of the most bottom of the barrel fast food establishments that you could have named, bro. Burger King?
I'm just saying.
With that goofy ass mascot.
I'm just expressing. Hey, listen. I'm in the East Coast, okay. I'm not in the South where y'all niggas got. Y'all niggas got fast food. Y'all niggas got fast food restaurants I ain't never heard of or seen yet.
That's true. That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm from the East Coast. That's what we got, nigga. That's our fast food, nigga.
You're right. You got to go to Wendy's.
Yeah, that's it. Wendy's, Taco Bell. That's it. It is ass. Okay, I know in the South the food is better. Fuck you. Okay. All right. But I'm telling you, that 12 o'clock, 12:30 Burger King Whopper with cheese and fries. Oh my God.
I've frequent Burger King. I mean, I've been a frequent Burger King goer in my past. I'm gonna keep it funky. The Junior Whopper was the only thing I ever really ate. I mean, the Whopper Junior. I never really even fucked with the regular Whopper. I don't like that flame grill taste on the burger, bro. Because first of all, if it was coming from an actual grill outside, cool. This is a fucking franchise establishment, bro. It ain't no way that they actually grilling them shits in the back. They might have a grilling. They might have a grill, but they're not grilling each and every one of them burgers, bro. I'm gonna let you know that. Ain't no way.
Nah.
I don't know, man.
But man, let's move on. Let's move on to some current topics. We got not sure if you fellas. Well, actually, y'all are the ones who put me on to this story. Young lady got pulled over for drunk driving. And she's the self-proclaimed best drunk driver, according to her, right? So, young lady via Twitter, story broke. She killed in a drunk driving incident, she struck and killed 3 people. 2 of them being state troopers. Where was this? This was in Pennsylvania, huh?
Mm-hmm. Philly.
All right. She killed 3 Pennsylvania state troopers, another pedestrian, in a drunk driving spree that occurred after she not only got pulled over by the police, she went ahead and tweeted right after the incident happening. So not only was she lucky enough to get let off with a warning, which is crazy because you drunk, got pulled over for doing 110 and a 50, which is that's another story, but that's crazy. Not only was that a blessing, which I don't even want to say blessing at that moment because that's not a blessing. You shouldn't have been let go in that moment. But in the grace of God, in the grace of whatever, you got the chance to get let go. And you decide to put on a public forum, yo, I'm drunk, I'm driving, I got pulled over. Fuck it, they can't stop me. And then continue on, and a couple minutes later, strike them same officers, killing them and killing another innocent pedestrian.
Bro.
You are the dumbass of fucking decade.
Bro, that shit sounds like she literally, after the cop let her go, she literally pulled off and the road must have dropped down into hell, bro.
Bro, she had to pull off tweeting. Like, you know she was driving when she tweeted that shit. She ain't pull off and she ain't tweet before she pulled off.
Bro, she pulled off. She had to pull off. She pulled off with her eyes closed.
Wait, look, hold on. Let's add this fact that's important to the story. So, the only reason she got let go by the officers because she was clearly drunk, clearly got pulled over for drinking and driving, got stopped. The only reason the officers let her go was because there was a report and they got a call over their speaker saying that there was a civilian walking on the highway. So that took priority in their case at the moment. And they had to just leave her and be like, hey, get the fuck out of here, shorty. Go home. We got to go take care of this shit.
Hey,
that's the only reason why they even let her go.
Two white cops.
Not to be ignorant, bro, but dog.
2 white cops.
Okay, I don't want to take away from the situation right quick, but dog, they let her go for a quick second to go answer to some random guy that was on a highway in the middle. Who the fuck was that? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah, word.
Like,
who
how
was
did
this
that
nigga?
even?
Because he could have been getting hit by a car at that, or almost getting hit by a car at that moment if it's on the highway. So yeah, they have to kind of go if they felt like maybe she was drinking while driving.
So we got some tweets. We got some tweets from her right before the incident. So the incident took place on, I believe, March 11th, if I'm not mistaken. So she got a tweet here from February 23rd that says, I always have an urge to get drunk. This is getting out of hand. Next tweet on her timeline, March 10th. I'm drunk, but I want to be more drunk. Eye rolling emoji. The day before that, she goes, drunk me ain't nothing to play with. Crying emoji. So we can make we can hypothesize and make an assumption that says this young lady was she liked the sauce, and she wasn't this wasn't her first rodeo fucking drinking and driving. She been doing this shit for a while, clearly. And not to mention, she was 21 too. I feel like that's another important part of the story.
First year officially drinking. Well, not
officially on paper.
On paper, right? She probably was drinking beforehand, but
for you to be drinking and driving at 21, you had to been to. We gonna open this convo up. To do that, you gotta have a certain comfort of being able to drink. I feel like, all right. So when like keeping it real, when was the first time y'all niggas ever had like a drink? You know what I mean? Like first time you had a sip, a drink, a full
15. I didn't drink again until I was about
teenage era. So now think like that was just having a drink. Now imagine the first time you was able to have a drink and feel comfortable to still function in society and do stuff. Fast forward that, now this is where it gets the lines is kind of it goes from legal to illegal and what you should be and shouldn't be doing. Now, imagine bypassing all of that or having a level of tolerance for alcohol that you now comfortable with getting in a vehicle behind the wheel and driving drunk now. For her to be quote unquote her first year legally driving, legally drinking, you could tell by that history of that being that the comfort level of just drinking, she been doing this shit for a little minute. Like she ain't new to this shit.
Not at
And
all.
then, you know what I mean, self-proclaimed the best drunk driver. This was her shit. You know what I mean? She probably bragged about this shit in person, not only just on Twitter.
Yep.
So for her to go out like this, it's kind of like, hey, man, this is exactly how this was supposed to turn out. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm not mad at the cops for letting her go because they did her a solid by doing that, to let her get home. No normal person is going to fucking do 110 right after. Even a drunk motherfucker is going to come to their senses. You understand what I'm saying? Sober up to a certain extent. Like, oh shit, let me get my shit together.
Doing 110 anytime is crazy, drunk or sober. If you're not
drunk or sober, right? But
if you're not in a regulated street race,
as soon as you got stopped,
or NASCAR,
as soon as you got stopped and they let you go, you could have forgot about the 110. That 110 you was just doing doesn't even matter anymore. It's all about what you do from now on. And this
is what I'm saying, to speak to her character as a witness, her character. I don't know Shorty, but for you think of her line of thinking, bro. She went from doing that. She could have left
no line of thinking.
But listen, this is the line of thinking we have to go off of. She left the function, she got pulled over for speeding and being drunk. Not only did she not sober up in the moment of being in the presence of police while you drunk behind the wheel thinking, fuck, I'm going to jail. Off the rip, that's what you should be thinking. She got let go, decided to tweet about her illegal activity, then continue to even do it again. Like, at that point, your mental is you're not all there. Or you living for something more than yourself at this point. You living for clout, you living for the internet. You got no real friends. Like, it get deep.
Yeah.
Cause I'm thinking about any nigga that, like, imagine you got a homie, like somebody you see say like, yo, these niggas just pulled me for doing 110 and a 50. I see that tweet go up, nigga. A message is going or a call is going to your nigga's phone ASAP. Yo, what's up? Like,
yo, you good, nigga? Yeah, nigga, word. Sit your ass down. Stay on the phone, me, nigga. Park up somewhere. I'm staying on the phone with you for a few hours or something, nigga. Calm down, nigga.
Who is her people? So, overall, unfortunate situation. She is going underneath the prison. She killed 2 cops in a Commonwealth state.
And a civilian.
You going like, it's not going to be a good look for her. So I'm following the story as much as they're going to release. You might, Mars, you might be able to follow it more than we are because you're actually in Pennsylvania. So you might get more local news than the shit that they put nationally.
Well, the thing with Commonwealth State is just like, I'm in Wilkes, so it's like, you know.
Oh, you getting what they showing?
I'm getting Wilkes news.
Oh,
I mean, I could go look it up and find it, pretty sure, but I don't even have cable to. I just got streaming services and shit like that. So
I ain't have cable since I moved to Houston.
Yeah, so you know, I ain't fuck the news. If anything, I'll YouTube the shit, find out. But I mean, follow the shit for what? I mean, what they
I don't want to say the same shit. I don't really even give a fuck.
Yeah, word. She doesn't. Nah, it ain't that interesting. It's a fucked up story. But when you actually sit there and really think about it, you know what I'm saying? It's a really fucked up situation. And the people on Twitter, Twitter is such a fucking. I don't know. Twitter's like
Instagram, social. I learned, bro. What my new shit is, social media isn't a real place. We gotta stop. We gotta stop looking at this shit just because it's real people interacting there. They operating from a place of fiction anyway. They don't really feel the feelings of the shit they be tweeting or whatever.
Yeah, they don't.
So that's why I stopped looking, or I stopped.
I saw one dude talk about how he was like, it's wrong for her to give her life because, you know, the COs, they take when an officer dies very seriously and they could be in there torturing her, this and that. And I said, nigga, she tortured the cops that she killed. They didn't die a calm death. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't die in a nice manner. They didn't go out. It wasn't a natural cause. It was a natural cause, a car accident, yeah, but it wasn't not even a natural cause. That's a fucking disaster. That's a fucking disaster. Yeah, it's a fucking disaster. So I mean, I doubt they're gonna be fucking beating her in there. She probably has to go through with this jail. Jail is torture, period.
I'm gonna say jail is jail. She's 21.
Right.
She probably ain't even had sex that much. If we being funky, like
she got more bodies than
she ain't ever had.
3 bodies.
Got more real bodies than bodies in the bedroom.
She got more bodies than killers in jail right now.
Yo, she dead ass. She probably really got more bodies than she ever had, like bodies in the bedroom. That's crazy. Wow, ma. Imagine if she only had one boyfriend. Nah, if she had a boyfriend, this wouldn't have happened. So that she clearly ain't had no nigga that cared about her. You ain't doing 110 and a 50 and you got a nigga that love you.
Word.
That is behavior from a chick that's out here trying to gain niggas' attention. You got their attention now, ma. You famous.
Hey, shorty, what type of niggas told you that was cute?
I saw niggas saying they was gonna try to go. People saying they was trying to go see her. I'm like, oh, you gonna go see a killer? She killed 3 people. Like, why are we
murderer?
After they stopped her. Like, after you get stopped by the cops and they let you go, first off, it's having them niggas let you go. That is right there is some shit that don't happen every day.
And it's probably some shit that they can get in the hot seat for if it came to that. They probably won't. Well, clearly they can't because they're like no longer with us, unfortunately. But I probably think in a situation like that,
there were state troopers at that. When a state trooper stops you, it's like
you're not working for the city. You're working for the entire state.
7 out of 10 times, it's like you may get caught up in some shit. They may take you off some bullshit, or they may not. But
I actually tried to apply to be a state trooper, nigga. When I came to
Pennsylvania. I don't fuck around with the state troopers, okay? On my way back from New York City and shit, I don't fuck around with them state troopers. You do the speed limit.
Bro, when I first moved to Houston,
I ain't even blowing no dope. I ain't even smoking in the car. I'm chilling.
When I first moved to Houston, nigga, I ain't had no job, so I was applying to whatever I could apply to. I tried to apply to be a Texas state trooper. So I applied, I got through. I basically was going to be one. I just had to take the physical test. And you got to take a physical test and you got to take aptitude test. So it's like math and reading or some shit. So you had the option, right? When you becoming a state trooper, I don't know if this is only Texas or throughout the country, but the first process is you got to pass the physical. So you get the option of running, I think, 1.5 miles or 3 miles under a certain time frame. Or you had the other option to do push-ups and sit-ups, a certain amount under a minute. Or you could do the rowing machine. You had to keep up a certain pace for a minute straight. Nigga, I remember I took the physical part. I wanted to do the push-ups and sit-ups, right? So I started doing that shit, nigga. I was so out of shape. I started the push-up sit-ups and I couldn't pass it. And them niggas was like, hey, all right, so we're going to give you the opportunity to, if you want to do the rowing machine, you can do the rowing machine. Like, we'll give you the opportunity to do that too. And I'm like, all right, fucking, I'm here. Like, I didn't pass the first physical shit. Let me try this. I do the rowing shit. I pass. Like, barely, nigga. Still, I'm not in shape. Same day. I passed that and immediately I end up in the bathroom throwing up, nigga, because I was just that out of shape.
Damn.
And on that machine, I'm throwing up. Long story less long, like, fast forward. I could have been a state trooper. I just couldn't pass the math part, bro. That shit was like ridiculous math. So, I'm glad I didn't. I would have never wanted to do that shit. I was just going off of the fucking degree I had at the time. But ain't no part in me wanted to do that shit. I mean, we could go into, we got our legends retiring, man. We a lot of our legends from our era legends retired. Triple H retired, man, after at the age of 52.
Yeah, he announced this on I think it was Stephen A. Smith the
Or
other
he announced it
day.
on First Take.
First Take, yeah. Man, he was. Growing up, I wasn't a fan of his until I got older. Let me just say that. Until I started to understand what wrestling is, and after you
Yeah.
go back and look at shit and just then I realized how good of a wrestler he really fucking was. And damn, man, it's just crazy. And it's crazy. He's retiring, but Stone Cold Steve Austin is coming back to fight. I think Kevin Owens is the guy's name at WrestleMania. So
Yeah, so I definitely looked into. Now I agree. Triple H was one of them niggas that when I was in elementary, like I used to hate on this nigga, but as I got older, I earned a respect for him because I fuck with anybody that's doing something consistently and has longevity.
right,
He legit been in that shit from Hunter Hearst Helmsley, like before he even
yes,
became Triple H.
Triple
Like
H, word,
this
fact.
nigga went through a couple of rebrands.
Yeah, he went through a
So
few.
that
He was
I
here.
fuck with that. Oh, but
Yeah.
that goes to like the reason why he retiring. It's not even because it's like something he couldn't do. He was kind of his hand was forced. So they was talking about it. I don't know if he was in that interview, but I did some research and they were saying he was hospitalized last year
Yeah, I
after
remember that.
cardiac arrest.
Yep, had a heart attack. Yeah,
So where he had a heart attack last year. So that's why he just said, "Yo, but this is a quick quote from him. He goes, "For me, as far in the ring, I'm done. I will never wrestle again. I have a defibrillator in my chest, which is not a good idea for me to be zapped on live TV." So basically, he like, "Yo, I want to, but my body's different, man. I'm breathing different."
I'm breathing different, Vince.
You know what I mean? He said, "Yo, Vince, I'm breathing different. My body's different." And nigga had to let him know, like, man, like, I want to, brother, but and you know what I mean? He's married to Vince's daughter, so he already had like he was plugged in. I mean, from the red. But shout out to Triple H. That nigga was a part of all of our childhood. You know what I mean?
It's
He went
all of our
number.
childhood heroes, villains. He was the villain of every.
He was definitely the villain coming up with the DX era. Even then, he was a superstar, but he was like the villain. DX was like the anti-heroes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Them niggas was the anti-heroes, and he was the leader of them. Like, you
And
gotta think.
sometimes he backdoored them niggas.
Word, like, you gotta think his Triple H's career seen a lot of different brands, bro. Like,
Evolution with him, Randy Orton, Ric
word.
Flair, Batista. Yeah,
He
yeah.
went from a group act to a solo act. Shit like
Definitely.
that is what I appreciate in entertainment.
He
Take it
was the
away
only
from his
that
wrestling.
sledgehammer, man. That sledgehammer stopped a lot of motherfuckers.
Sledgehammer Triple H, top 10.
Yeah. He's
That's
very,
top 10.
very hard to deal with. When we're playing No Mercy, having to go get some for the belt. You go into the ring, get that fucking
And then
sledgehammer.
go underneath the ring and get the sledgehammer. First of
Yeah,
all, what was underneath that ring? They had a whole, like, everybody
everything.
weapons and,
That shit was like
and crooked
a
items
black
was underneath that
hole of
ring.
just dangerous shit.
That shit
Black
was like
hole of
a whole.
debauchery.
Yeah, that shit was like a whole purgatory under that shit.
You never seen under that shit till they just go under there, flip it real quick, and grab some
Go under
shit.
that shit and pull out anything.
Nigga, you
Yeah,
pull out a fucking whole nigga from underneath there and beat a
I
nigga with it.
imagine. I
Yeah,
imagine. I am. I
Stone
imagine.
Cold pulled the tank from under that shit.
I imagine there's people like what if
In
there's
there.
like a hole under the ring, right? And they go under there like get a request, and there's a nigga on a ladder bringing up
It's like a
the
fucking
fucking
warehouse.
weapon.
They
Yeah,
got
like
an
a warehouse.
Amazon warehouse underneath the ring.
Yeah, something like that. Because it's no way. It's like they get the
It's like,
exact weapon that they need. You never seen a nigga go under there for like a second to like he goes put his arm out and the weapon's right there. It's like what the.
and that's what I'm saying too. Did they clearly had to set up all their weapons and be like, all right, this is the side of the ring. I'm gonna put my kendo stick. I'm gonna put my motherfucking.
Or
What was my
just a
nigga Al
warehouse.
Snow? Oh no, he had the head in the ring with him.
He had the head in the ring with him. Sometimes he pulled it out though. From under
Shout
the
out
bed.
Al Snow though. That's another nigga.
From under the bed. Word. I call it under the bed.
I mean, so shout out to Triple H, shout out to WWE, shout out to Vince McMahon for saying nigga and wearing a durag. That is fast forward us to our next legend retiring, Jamal Crawford, man.
Oh shit.
Fucking Jay
Legend.
Crossover. That nigga retired too.
That's crazy.
Man.
One of the only niggas that could on any given day just drop 50 on you, nigga. No matter what team he played for, off the bench or
Word.
starting, he could get you 50. Not 40, not 35, not 50, nigga. Like
Like a good 20 times throughout the season.
word, like he could get you that shit a couple of times throughout the season.
Throughout the season, word. Yeah, but just a breakthrough game.
I mean, New York.
Motherfuckers will try to gloss over it, but it's like Jamal Crawford's on fire tonight.
Nah, facts. New York Knicks legend.
One of the most unique ball handlers in NBA history.
Yeah. Still probably top 5, if not top 3, cross best handles ever in NBA.
He's from that 2000 era, man. He's from that 8 that everybody wanted to be that era, man. That era
left
just
Mike, Kobe,
that 04, that 05, that you know what I'm saying, that you know what I mean, earlier than that, 2001, that new era of niggas, you know what I'm saying, coming fresh off from the Legends pit, you know what I'm saying, like
facts.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
definitely a legend.
Very innovative, you know what I'm saying? Probably what he created the you know what I'm saying, the behind the back hop step.
Oh yeah, facts. That move is one of still the best moves in 2K to this day. And the fact that that's another imprint on how dope you were as a basketball player influencer. Like he's been out of the league, quote unquote, NBA for years, but they never took his shit out of 2K. That shit they made sure that shit was in there.
Yeah, man.
So shout out to him. He been on all the real teams. You know what I mean? He played for Brooklyn for a game, like a couple years ago. He played on Phoenix before they hit their low. He was on the team that was like right before they got dope. He was with Booker. I think I don't think Ayton was there. Yeah, he played on a couple of teams. The man when he was with the Clippers.
Yeah.
Played with the Knicks. He was the man there. Before that, Chicago, nigga, he was the man. Like,
yeah.
Let me see. For his career, his highest average was 20 points, but that don't really go to show his greatness.
Speaking of
the Knicks, that was his highest average with the Knicks, and that was on a 41% shooting from the field, which that's pretty good.
Yeah, for real. Legend, man. Damn.
Yeah, legend. I mean, shout out to him. Like, you can see he wanted to come back to the league. You know how it is now. The league don't really fuck with older niggas for whatever reason. You know what? NBA is like rap now. Like, they only fucking with the young niggas.
Right.
You get old, nigga, you get booked, you get pushed out the league. You can still be nice. We seen it. Like, if you ain't a big man, they ain't really fucking with you. Isaiah Thomas, they ain't fucking with him. Like, Dwight Howard barely keeping on a team just because he Dwight Howard, but he damn near out of there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of niggas that they getting them old niggas out of there. If you're not LeBron, your time is up.
But that's because a lot of niggas be one dimensional and they don't even be elite in that one dimension.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
The game passed them by.
Yeah, you done hit that age and you still doing that one ass thing you was doing for 30 years, though. And you ain't even master it.
Can't hit a 3.
Can't even hit
just on the court. Niggas on the court going to work.
Dog. Yeah, exactly, bro. At this point, you might as well go apply to something else, man.
About to say, word, niggas is out there doing expensive cardio at this point.
Yeah, word. Let me get up on here and dribble this ball a little bit, pass it around.
But this shit, I don't know if y'all niggas seen this story. This some random funny shit. So it was a North Carolina dog shelter, animal shelter. You know what I mean? They got all different types of animals there, cats, dogs, for adoption. You know what I mean? A guy goes there, adopts a dog, takes him home. You know what I mean? He's excited. Got his dog. And then the gentleman returns back to the shelter and gives the dog back and says, "Hey, I got to give this dog up, man. This dog is gay. Seen him humping a boy dog." So the nigga took the dog back to the shelter because he said the dog was gay, bro.
Well, I mean, South Park covered this almost 10 years ago, where Stan had a gay dog, and
He did.
yeah, he did. The fifth graders called him instead of his name being Sparky, you should name him Sparkette. So
You said maybe that guy that gave the dog back was on.
hey, listen, I can't. If he doesn't want a gay dog, he doesn't. Maybe he wants some
gay
kids.
dog?
Gay dog is a dog that likes other dogs, likes other male dogs. It's as simple as that. I mean,
Hey, now you know what?
ain't nothing against the gays. Ain't nothing against gay dogs. He just didn't. He had a choice. You know what I'm saying? If it's not like it's his son. He got to stick with it. He got to, he got to live. He had the chance to get back.
He did just adopt his dog.
Yeah, there was no attachment
still under
yet.
warranty.
Right,
he was under warranty still.
There was no attachment yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's
he
just
didn't even name him yet.
He didn't even name him yet. He had him for a few albums. Like, whoa, all right, well.
He said he seen him sniffing some boy ass and was like, "Hey, nah, no." But that is okay. So fast forward, there was, the dog. It became a news story. You know what I mean? Internet got a hold of it. Twitter got a hold of it. So anything that has.
Let me guess. A gay couple picked the dog up.
Exactly. A North Carolina gay couple adopted the dog yesterday. Happy family.
Wow.
But this is the funny part. The funny part was the dog is 4 years old and his name is Fezco. I ain't never seen any Fezco outside of Son from Euphoria.
Damn.
It's funny as fuck.
That's funny as hell, boy.
If I ever meet that nigga at Fezco, in life,
shout out to the gay couple.
I'm gonna hit him with the Fat Albert joke. What's your name? Fezco. I know a dog named Fezco. Shout out a dog named Doris. Classic.
Shout out to Son though. Son, the couple that adopted him said it's just such a silly reason to turn in a dog because he's gay. We just thought it would make sense for a gay dog to be adopted by a loving gay family. Shout out to that man.
Yeah, how you go to there and say that? And then, come on, it makes sense. He doesn't want that. Does he? What if he got a shorty over one day and she got a boy dog? And she, you know what I'm saying? He got to express to her. Yeah, listen, a dog's kind of, dog's not the norm. You know what I'm saying?
You say, yo, what's something off with your dog, fam? Like, what's up with your dog? And then, of course, you don't want a gay dog because if you bring a shorty over, she gonna think if your dog gay, it might be something a little questionable about you.
Right, exactly.
It makes sense, you know?
Right.
It makes sense.
Right. Because that's not something you hear every day.
Shout out to that dog. His name is Oscar. Shout out to them. Shout out to them people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he shout out to them, yeah. I'm glad I'm happy that they have a gay dog. I'm happy that the gay couple has a gay. It works. That's perfectly. That's the way it should be. And not in if I'm pretty sure.
I don't want to say it should be, but it'll be the best circumstances.
Right. It's kind of like a dream come true for them to a certain extent. You get what I'm saying? Oh shit, they have a gay dog. Holy shit. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know if y'all want to touch on any sports news. There's a lot of NFL shit that happened, but I don't really care about none of it.
Me either.
I don't really care about none of that shit.
There's a battle rap event going on tomorrow, any given Sunday too.
What platform is that on?
This is going to be Caffeine. You know it. It's going to
Caffeine. Them niggas came up.
It's going to be Lou Castro versus Charlie Clips. You got Av going against Danny Myers. You got Chess going against Calico. And then you got Cortez going against Sue Surf.
Oh, my nigga Surf in it?
Yeah, Surf is going against Cortez. So that should be a goodie. I thought it was actually tonight, but it's actually tomorrow. Yeah, any given Sunday would fall on a Sunday.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
Yeah, it would be on a Sunday. Kind of dumb if it was on a Saturday.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Makes sense, but I feel like it should.
I ain't really up on the battle rap type. You know what I mean? I'll be the last person to be.
But this is cracking the 80s. Me and Mel, we'll cover some more battle rap in the future. I guess we could do a little recap of it. after tomorrow or something, or
Yeah, nah,
or the,
definitely niggas could do a recap.
Okay, so you know, I got a I got a little hot take, you know, man. Not to go back into that, but you know, I was reading some tweets, man, and you know, getting tied up in you know, the little game and 50 the social media debacle. Hey man, I'ma just say it, dog. Hey, game finished G Unit, dog.
Mm. As a label or they crew?
Mm. I
I
think
wouldn't
I'm gonna go ahead
necessarily
and say
say
both.
he. I
Wait,
would,
let him finish. Let him finish, Mom.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say both, man. And we could literally revisit after 300 bars and running drop. We could literally go back to that specific time, and we can check the trajectory of G Unit from that point on.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see. All right, so 300 Bars and Running came out in 2005, which was the height of G Unit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So let's corroborate with G Unit in 2005. What was going on? I'm gonna assume that was like right. Okay, let's see. So Beg for Mercy came out in '03. Terminate on Sight came out in '08. So 2005 is when Game did that. So in
Uh-huh.
2005, they didn't have shit like no as a collective. So let's go. Let's see what 50 was doing. Let's see when Curtis dropped and what Banks and them niggas was doing. Cause I'm following along with your take. It got some feet there. Cause I mean I'm looking at it like in terms of so it's odd. It seems like 50 and G Unit from the outside looking in back then, them niggas seemed like they was homies from the hood, you know what I mean? They was down. But as we seen over time and how 50 treat these niggas, it just seemed like 50 was a nigga, a bully nigga in the hood. He knew these niggas because they rap. He knew Yayo from the hood or whatever. He just put them down. It didn't seem like it was a real relationship there. Cause it seemed like what you saying is Game came in, it was some turmoil. They split, but that split caused divide within the group already just because of what transpired after that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So 2005, when Game dropped that, The Massacre dropped. So 50 was on his second album, which you could say was the downfall of 50. After that second album, Curtis had some joints, but it definitely was when he went against Kanye, and it was a wrap from there. So
Yeah, man.
what you think? Like what you? I'm with you. The timeline kind of checks out.
that timeline checks out as well, but then also leading up to the promotion of 50 Cent's third album and then Graduation.
Curtis, yeah.
So, you
Well,
know, I would say Game
not
kind
to take away from 50 and not to cut you off again, Mars, but we love 50. 50 is a legend, and takes away from nothing that he's done. He's already solidified, regardless of what we say. Man, I owe anything that came with that Curtis uh, uh, promotion wise or
Roll out.
anything that goes into that. I owe that to one of the greatest artists and probably innovative creators of all time. That's Kanye West, bruh.
right,
Curtis
Yeah.
and that's what
got
I'm saying. That
anything that was Curtis pulled from that came from Kanye, bro.
right, and as I said, on top of the beef with because Game and Gina was going back and forth. Like they dropped a mixtape about the Game, exposing him
Yeah.
as a stripper, all types of shit. It was going
Right.
back and forth, but at the same time, G Unit music wasn't hitting after the first album.
Hmm.
Had nothing
What
to do
first
with Game.
album?
After Beg for Mercy.
I mean, because I'm trying to look at what mixtape joints was coming out back then. Because this is how it goes. It went from a string of
You had the
G-Unit dropping joints as mixtape, like G-Unit tapes, then Banks just went to go. He went on his own crazy run. But I'm going
nah.
back
You
to
gotta
what.
go to the DJ Who Kid tapes. That's why they're not unit tapes. They're DJ Who
Yeah,
Kid
nah,
tapes.
they the Who Kid like the G-Unit radios.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They was
yeah,
there
yeah.
was still G-Unit tapes though. Like they had all like it was a collective of like, yo,
It
we
was,
going
yeah, yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
this is what I'm saying. Going back to what Drvgz was saying at that time around where like he started beefing with Game, you could see that Banks, Buck, like them niggas was probably feeling like, yo, we ain't even really beefing with this nigga like that. We gonna ride with you, but
You got yo, y'all
which
forget
turns
that he
into
signed
hold on.
Matt.
Which turns into Banks putting out his own solo shit now. You gotta think, like Banks was the only nigga putting out solo mixtapes that was going crazy. But it's probably because he felt like, yo, I ain't really jacking this shit 50 doing. This and nigga is going crazy. I just want to rap. Like I'm a ride with the homie, but at a certain point, nigga, like this is overshadowing my music. Let me put out and that, like I said, he was still down because he did shit. They did G-Unit projects after, but you can see at that point it went sour because it was a divide at that point. So it could continue until it hit a wall, and then we get to where we at now. Banks, you don't even consider them niggas cool. Like, and it's just it is what it is. It ain't no beef. They just don't speak on each other at all.
And Banks is a legend, though.
Legend, super legend. Like I
No,
still
right,
want to
right.
get a
He
joint
is. He
with
definitely
Banks.
fucking is. And I was saying that G Unit kind of killed itself. You got to remember, 50 was signing everybody to G Unit. Mace was G Unit.
But nah,
Mobb
I
Deep
can't say
was
it
G
killed
Unit.
them. You
It
right.
did.
Continue.
Nobody thought niggas ain't take them serious, bro. It was over. MOP sound. It kind of killed the image of
Mobb
MOP.
Deep,
Mobb Deep,
Mace,
I
Mace.
mean, it
Spider
sounds
Loc.
great and
It
all,
sound. I'm
but
saying though, that's what it
one
did
of
though.
the
Niggas wasn't.
greatest beefs in hip hop history occurred, man.
I,
300 balls and running
I was gonna say, yeah. My
happened, man.
point was it
You
all
can't deny it. You can't.
I'm not. Yo, yeah, it definitely. It play. It was a lot into it. It was the game. It
I
was
think
50
I
signing
think
all them niggas.
everything stems
It,
from that. It stems from the
the
game incident.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
it's just
like that.
it
That's like,
trickled
and
all
not to
down.
not even compare, not to make this an analogy, but I'm gonna go off on a tangent a little bit. Y'all think 50 smoked Ja Rule? Y'all think he got him out of here?
Yes.
As far
I
as
was
what
about to
now?
say, it
As
gets
far
back
as
to the same.
Ja Rule can't make no more music. I mean, he can make more music, but nobody cares about him
Why now?
because 50 exposed all that tough talk that he sometimes
Nah.
talked about.
So this is what I got to say. I would say for sure it's the same situation. Like it was
Literally, same thing.
situations in the
No,
background.
because but, I
Hold on,
mean,
Mars. Let me get it off. Let me get it off before you respond. Like it's similar in the aspect of the music itself. We can't say 50 music itself got Ja out of here. Like it wasn't 50 bashing him in the music that got him out of there. It was that, which is the narrative, what people are seeing. Because you got to think, there's no internet back then. So if you're putting out mad tapes dissing me, that's what people are going to think is going on. But
Bro, the whole
Murder
nation
Inc. had a
was
whole
under the
case
water.
going on at
Yeah,
this
they
time.
was under the what them niggas, bro. They was under the one of the biggest investigations
Yeah, so
all time.
they couldn't
right.
speak.
Oh, facts.
Like
They couldn't
one of the
speak.
first
Right.
Ricos in
Right.
hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
But it's still diminished. It still stopped Ja Rule from still making it. It threw him off his loop.
but that's what I'm
But that's
saying.
off
the
his
I'm
loop.
not
point.
taking
Yeah,
away from what you're saying.
word.
I'm I'm
Yeah.
I'm 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 actually agreeing with you. That's what I'm saying. It's everything else that goes into it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the game had fans looking at G Unit shaky. Yes, he did. On top of 50 Cent signing all them niggas to G Unit, and then his second album being good, but not being what Get Rich or Die Trying was, even though the numbers did great, astronomically well. Then going into his third LP, which the single was the when I'm out in NY, boy fronts and Phillies, when I'm out in LA, Phillies. That shit was cool,
That shit was,
but
I
it
like
was,
that shit.
but we was entering at that
Yeah,
point.
I
We was
get money on there too,
at
though.
that point, yeah, I get money, but at that point where because of rappers like The Game and you got Kanye West, you got the whole artist approach now coming into music.
where the artist is starting to stand out more than just your gangster rapper. Then going into that third album, with Kanye's third album, it kind of killed gangster rap. 50 is the last gangster rapper.
I think you're making our points though. Like,
I'm just saying it's the game. It's the game, and then what? Everything that just trickled down is what everything happened after that. Game had us looking at G Unit funny, which in effect kind of caused G Unit to 50 going to fucking let me sign everybody so nobody thinks I'm not a hip hop purist or some shit.
You know what's funny? It's like hip hop is really what everything we just explained and what you just explained and what's going on is we going through a full circle of that shit right now. We going back to that now with drill music. Like, just how you was saying, like, yo, niggas ain't really jacked your shit unless we could believe it. Like, gangster rap, all that shit. Like, that's what niggas was really caring about. That's because that's what got you on. Like, if niggas believed your shit, that's how you got popping. Because it, like...
It believes you and had some good shit with you. Because there was a lot of niggas back at the time, we could believe them, but them niggas couldn't. They couldn't make music save your life.
Yeah, I guess I was just making the overall point of at that point, 50's third album, Curtis, he was moving from the realm of hip hop artist, rapper into like business at that point. Like,
exactly.
You gotta think, I Get Money, he did the remix with Jay and Diddy on some like Forbes. They was the 1, 2, 3 on Forbes shit. So at that time, 50 was going into business. He didn't really care about music.
Right. He's him trying so hard to tell his fans that he is in it for the music. He still is for the music, but you too busy, nigga.
We seen like we seen behind the scenes what was going on. We seen his battle with Kanye. He lost, so gangster rap died there. But it all stems back to like, and I think this is what what Drvgz' overall point was. Game's involvement in the demise of where G Unit was is why G Unit broke up and why eventually 50 went to lead into individual. He wasn't focused on G Unit as a whole anymore.
Right. Yeah.
I kind of fuck with that take, man. Like Game is the reason why G Unit ended.
Game. I'm gonna say this: the Game poured gasoline all over the building, right?
Game did what 50 did to Ja Rule.
No, he didn't do what he did to Ja Rule. Ja Rule can't make a show that we'll watch every Sunday.
Yeah.
No, he didn't do that. No.
You taking that out of this realm of what I'm saying.
That's not.
You took it to TV and popularity. I'm talking about.
But that's what 50 did to Ja Rule. He made him not popular anymore, though.
But did he really though?
Like, yes, he did. Dave Chappelle mean joke about who the fuck cares what Ja Rule.
No. See, you adding points.
Do we care about Ja Rule, bro? If Ja Rule put out a single right now, do we care in the slightest?
Listen, we talking about that time at that time period. I think it was this heightened in New York, bro. Like, I don't think niggas outside of NY even really give a fuck. Like,
nah, niggas care, bro. Pretty sure.
You can say niggas didn't care because that versus he had against Fat Joe, you can clearly see niggas still fuck with Ja.
Well, we do. We fucked with his hits. It don't take away from his hits, but so he doesn't have nothing. He doesn't have nothing post the beef. That made us. What you mean? What I mean? What song does he have post the beef? That's not post the beef. That was in the midst of it. That was Piggy Bank. Then Piggy Bank came in. That was Piggy Bank came and squashed that whole shit. It was after
Piggy Bank was Massacre. New York came.
No, the Massacre came after New York.
Either way,
because he dissed 50. He dissed.
The point wasn't that your point was that he completely like. What was your point? Your point was that
he killed his stock.
He killed his stock. He couldn't do nothing else after that.
Couldn't do nothing else. No.
In terms of music, you're talking about music, right? Just strictly
music, and what else? What else has Ja Rule done?
But you taking away.
You taking away from all of the politics of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not 50 himself that, you know what I'm saying? It's more so about them destroying themselves.
Yeah, and outside of that too, you can't introduce the other side of what has he done since, because that sense you can't get to that. We speaking in hindsight now, because without that that moment that happened, it was a different trajectory of what will be possible in terms of like how these niggas get money. Like,
yeah, bro, Ja Rule, bro. At one point, Ja Rule was LeBron in the game. You know what I'm saying? But how I'm gonna get my shit off if my squad, the illest squad in the game, is fighting against the government, bro?
feds. Word.
How the fuck we gonna do a war show, dog?
So
If
look,
I got a whole Rico on me, bro.
and then your same argument too, Mars. You were saying so 50, how they fell off. They tried to go sign mad artists and shit. That was the same shit Ja tried to do. He was just trying to get whatever he could do. He signed Lloyd. I mean, they signed Lloyd. Ashanti was trying to do what they was focusing more on the R&B. Like they wasn't Murder Inc. at that point. They was just the label Murder Inc. on paper, but they wasn't gangster rap. So like we just saying in real time, like this is the shit that's going on behind the scenes that we can't really be like, yo, this nigga ended him when
I think 50 ended the persona that we had for Ja Rule. Yes, he was going through that shit, but the fact that he still couldn't put out
but
another.
did he really end it if you couldn't fight back? Like imagine
not even fighting back. Not even fighting back. Your signature style of music, your hits with J-Lo, he didn't give us none of that anymore. It was over. Like this is what I'm saying.
Listen. Well, I hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is imagine if. So you saying he didn't do anything anymore, but I'm saying what I'm saying is imagine, because think he's going through his label, which is the way he's able to function as a rapper, as an artist at this time. Imagine at the time we're talking is early 2000s. You needed your label at this time for exposure, for marketing, for everything.
Hold on. Your image.
Let me pick in the image, but exactly. So imagine you said 50.
Killed.
Bodied him. But listen, imagine a nigga come up to you and punch you in the face, but your hands is tied behind your back. You want to fight back, you want to swing back, but you physically can't. Like
I'm not
did
talking
he
about.
beat you up,
I'm not talking about making a diss record. I'm not talking about him making a diss record. I'm just talking about him making music in general.
We're not talking about diss record, but we're talking about just in general music. Like he can't put music out because his label is going through a lawsuit. How can he put music out at that point?
He was putting out music. He was putting out music,
but you forgetting about everything else that goes into just putting out music. I could put out music.
At that time, bro, just putting out music is not like today. You could just go on the internet and drop it. You still had to go through your label to do it.
Yeah, bro, you remember them bro, that was the era where you had to sit on a couch and talk to niggas, bro.
So if that's the case, so how was 50 in the same position Rule was in, if anything? I don't think 50 didn't have anything.
Wait. You advancing it now. Let's stay on the Rule and how 50 took him out. I don't think that's possible. Like I don't think you can say that. That's not fair.
I feel like it is not. I mean, I guess because of what happened behind the scenes, Jess, and the whole team going being investigated by the feds and shit, it kind of slowed the Rule down. And that happened too. But it still don't take away the fact that 50 made us look at Ja Rule differently.
Because
he did. Because if y'all two did, but the fans around, like the general consensus, he killed that nigga.
But let me tell you, but you ignoring the fact of why it was like that. It was because 50 was in control of the narrative. Like,
yes, sir.
If you can't speak back about anything, who in history the history is spoken about by the winners, nigga. If you ain't got a chance to speak up, you've forgotten in history. So like, if at that time we looking at him like he got killed, is only because we didn't hear him say anything because he couldn't. Like, it wasn't because 50 just straight dogged his ass. Like, I fuck with 50. That's my nigga. Like, and I agree. He killed him. But it wasn't just because he just straight like bullied this nigga. That's the fact that's lost in it. Like, you saying it is like, yo, he just dogged him and Ja couldn't do nothing. Like, no, he literally couldn't do anything. Like, he wanted to, but
shit, his label.
And mind you, 50 had Who Kid, so he had mixtapes that he was putting out that he could control narratives. Like, Giant had no nigga that he could put a mixtape out with to talk back to. Like, 50 had skits, bro. 50 was ahead of his time because he was good at the shit he was doing. he was putting skits out, and you know what I mean? Like all of that shit was just a clown job, but it's creating a narrative, bro. Like it's also creating like, yo, this nigga Ja's a clown. But it's
And
because
we
we
believed
couldn't
it.
hear his side. We couldn't hear Ja's side.
And
We couldn't.
also,
That's what happened.
right.
50 ain't just dog this nigga. Like, and I fuck with 50 the long way. That's 50, nigga. I love that nigga. But
Yo,
he get a lot more credit than he deserves for that situation. Cause Ja, like I said, you said Ja ain't pushed it out since. He ain't got to. Like, if you ran shit for 5 years and your shit still lasts to this day, your new shit ain't gonna do nothing but try to be compared to your classic shit. So like that nigga Ja solidified.
He definitely is solidified. He was, he was in a group with Jay-Z and DMX. Yeah, that's the, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely fucking solidified. But I feel like, I don't feel like what the game did to 50 is, I don't think this situation, the 50 and Ja is different between 50 and Game. I feel like Game is kind of like his karma for what he did to Ja. But not in 100%, just as in this a nigga that can expose you. And that's not dealing with any legal issues. They can talk crazy to you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the game was. And that's why the game is striving still to this day because of that. Because he is that. He is and still could be his own shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's karma from the Ja Rule situation. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, we don't give a fuck about 50 just fell off completely lyrically. He just wasn't aggressive anymore because he was a businessman at this point. And the game was the West Coast, him at that time. He was the West Coast 50 Cent.
It's to me, I agree with everything you're saying. I get my point. My argument always comes with just the terms we use is as fans and consumers, and just because I'm like, did he fall off or did his focus change? Like,
I mean, both. And that,
that's what I mean.
When
That's
your
what
focus changed, you
Because
fall off.
like, that's fucked up though. Like, imagine
When
you
your
the
focus
shit.
changed, you fucked up.
Imagine you the shit forever, and then you try to be the shit at something else, and you are. And nigga said you fell off from the shit that you just didn't. You didn't even like try to do it anymore. You just stopped. Like, did I fall off? And I
You talking about 50 or Ja Rule?
You did, but and like, it's only our culture where you could be the shit in one field, stop doing it, and be the shit in a whole other field, and they said you fell off in the last shit. Clearly, that's 50 right now. Like, 50 was a shit in music. This nigga went fucking. What, did 50 go diamond?
Yeah, first I went diamond.
50 sold a lot of records, bro. Like, for him to do that, because you gotta think, just selling records and music is something that doesn't happen a lot. It's like people sell records, and then you got niggas that's like Jay, Drake, 50, Nelly, niggas that do that shit at that level. For you to do that at that level and then move into another field and be doing shit and then say you fell off is kind of crazy.
You want to know something about 50 that a lot of rappers don't have? That nigga first album is globally known.
Yeah. Why? Why is that? Nigga had that motherfucking label and that white boy behind.
It's not even. It's that part too. But the music was so goddamn good, my nigga.
Nah,
the music.
Boy,
we gotta stop them. We gotta come on. We know the labels do that shit, but the music is good too. That first album is globally known.
Man, I only give credit to the label because I'm like, bro, we okay. Let's take this to general. As niggas who we are, we make music. You know how hard it is to get your music distributed to a mass amount of people, even if you put in work. So that label means a lot, bro. We can't sit and be like, yo, the music was great. It wasn't as good as we talking, but having that backing and that support from the label, that's just as good, bro. Like, that's just as good as, because you gotta think, as good as the music was, that's everybody on the business side was as good as they were as the music was itself in they field. that matters, bro. To have a whole building of label, your marketing department, your this, your that behind your project, that means a lot, bro.
It does. It
Because
does.
that's what gets it out there. Like
It
music,
does. But
because that
if the
music just
music
don't
is
get out there.
bad, especially around back in the day, where if your shit was trash, nigga, your
Well,
shit was trash.
we're not talking about the trash shit. We're just talking about even if you had good shit. Good shit wasn't as easy to get passed along back then. Like perfect example, we had albums like okay, let me think of an album that okay, a perfect example, nigga. Jay Reasonable Doubt, like when that shit dropped, it wasn't like his music wasn't good. It just didn't have the support that it needed or could have get pushed to get out like 50 shit on his first one. Jay Reasonable Doubt didn't get known as what it was until like Hard Knock Life Volume 2 came out.
Right.
So, but that's because he didn't have that label backing behind him.
He didn't have the label backing behind him, but at the same time, he wasn't Reasonable Doubt is not. He dumbed it down. Come Hard Knock Life.
That's an independent point. Your point was the music wasn't good, so that's why I didn't get the reach. My point is the label gives you the reach, even if your music is good or not.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. But I'm saying in 50's case, on top of the label reach, the music was fucking crazy.
So Reasonable Doubt wasn't crazy?
No, Reasonable Doubt is fucking crazy. He wasn't
the point right there. Like,
I get that, but
the label, the support, the amount of support you get matters. Is what I'm saying. Like, the music could be crazy, but if you don't have the support, it could be crazy with no support. Like, and you gotta think the support 50 had, bro. Like, he had Eminem. Not only is he white, he was one of the biggest artists in the world. And Drake.
And so was Obi Trice onto Eminem, and look at Obi Trice's career.
Oh, come on, bro. Stop, man.
I'm just saying, look, the music was just better, bro. The music was better. I'm not ignoring my point. I'm just saying 50 had some good fucking music. Even if the nigga before he was even signed to fucking Dre, he still had good music.
Yeah,
Power with a Dollar is a classic tape.
You arguing against your own point at this point, bro. You making your own points and arguing them. Like the Obi Trice point has nothing because we arguing that the music was good. We know that. Like we arguing on niggas that just got good music. I made the point that Jay's first album was good music, and he didn't have the backing, so it wasn't until later on when your point was he dumbed it down. Whatever the point is, it wasn't until he had support is when that first album was known as a classic now. It wasn't that it wasn't good when it dropped, which was your argument. Like, yo, if your shit ain't good when it dropped, we not going to hear it. I say that's part of it, but another part of it is the label you have to have support from somebody that's going to get it out there to reach people to know it's good.
No, that's a fact.
That's the difference.
That's a fact.
That's the different word. So, like, we was arguing.
At that time, though, where, you know, people will put albums out and shit like that, they had to go buy them. So if a nigga didn't sell, a nigga literally didn't sell. Like, if somebody was listening to your music, somebody was listening to your music, bro. They didn't hear your music at all.
No, that's
so it's different. Yeah, they can promote a nigga, but it all depends on opening day when that shit is in stores. Who's going to go get that shit? See, nowadays, the labels can push a nigga, and I hear a nigga without even. I don't really listen to Yeet like that. I listen to him, but I don't listen to him all the time. But you feel what I'm saying?
However, it's different. It's different because you got to think too. This to the same argument I had. If you live in, so we grew up in New York, so we was gonna always have access to any new music. If you living in like Idaho, nigga, you living in like a small town, them niggas is not getting, even if the most popular, if you're not the top selling act, you ain't even got a CD local store to buy that shit at. So like, that's why I'm saying, that's why Jay shit didn't get to that small town, and that's why 50 shit got there, and why he was even actually able to sell it. Because it was physically there to be bought. On top of the music being good matters, but that's another part where labels come in to play, why a support from them, it means a lot. It's not everything, but it definitely means a lot. Like,
It's also the climate that New York rap was in when Jay-Z dropped Reasonable Doubt. Biggie and Pac was still alive. There was still mad other niggas, and Jay-Z was just
50 just had the perfect
50 had the perfect. He had the
everything.
perfect. He had the perfect.
Perfect story, perfect backing,
he had the
perfect music,
you know
perfect
50
image,
had
crew,
50 capitalized. Dr. Dre
city.
and Eminem capitalized off the death. And I don't want to sit there and say they capitalized off the death, but they kind of did off Biggie and Pac because 50 was that again. He was the Biggie. He was a Pac again. He was the niggas was wearing unit tank tops and shit, son. You know what I'm saying? It was that again with him.
Yeah.
And then you had Eminem, this white boy, who the nigga was nice. He wasn't like Vanilla Ice. The nigga was
He
nice.
was the white boy that was around the niggas that could stand with niggas. Literally, he was the white dude that, and he wasn't the, we seen these niggas before, but he was just the first publicized one that a lot of people, this is why Eminem worked, bro. He was the white dude that was cultured, quote unquote. He hung with black people, but middle America and majority of the country seen him hanging with niggas and was like, yo, I can be that. But to us, we knew mad niggas like Eminem. Not in terms of skill, but just terms of him being able to be around niggas.
Right.
And then
And on
he
top
just
of that, nigga was
be like
fucking,
a big
nigga
great
was,
ass.
he was fucking disgusting on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Nigga's amazing. But
Ward, I think he wore a little harder than the Beaver. So was Eddie Haskell. Wally and Mr.
Cleaver. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he was just one
was
of a
that
kind.
dude?
You know what I'm saying? And let me
Who
tell you
was that
something.
dude?
Let me tell you something that with Dr. Dre is a genius. Okay, because he broke the mold on low key on where you're from doesn't mean you have to sign a motherfucker where you're from. You get what I'm saying? Because
Say it again. I kind of think it cut out. I didn't hear.
I said Dr. Dre kind of broke the mold on that stigma where you have to sign a nigga from your city or from your state. Because
talk on it.
because we grew up with the East Coast, West Coast. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody that was together was from the same side. Respectfully. Every group of niggas, they were all from the same shit, from the same area. Right? Mm-hmm. And then you had the West Coast nigga sign a nigga from Detroit and then go get a nigga from Queens. That shit, there was, can we call back on any? I mean, yeah, because
you're right. That's a great point, bro. And that point just really made me even kind of hate the music business in general, even more now. Like, because you gotta think about that. Like because that I didn't even think about it like that. Like I'm not sure if there was before that, but in terms of
I'm pretty sure
at that
wasn't.
level,
Besides Rockefeller, but Rockefeller's still East Coast brand.
But yeah, I meant in terms of like, you're right. Most niggas that we knew that came out in music was just cause it was just crews in their area that popped.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, that just shows you, bro, from the beginning of the inception of hip hop, like, we always was a creative, like, as people, we was the niggas that was wherever we were, nigga. We didn't even know niggas in the other part of the country was doing this shit. Like, it started where it started, and it spread, and like, we had our own crews that was doing this shit on the West, the South, that was dope. And then it was
literally a civil war in rap in the 90s. That was the 90s is fucking civil war of rap.
But that's what I'm saying. It comes down to like the labels being the niggas
versus Mid-South versus South versus, it was just a lot of fuck where you from.
Fuck all that, man. I'm saying this shit was funded by fucking white record label execs, bro. This is the shit that get me not tight, but this is the history of the business that we talk about all the time.
That's business. The term business. When I hear the word business, you know what I think of? I think of a white man. They created the whole term of business. All this whole shit we in. This whole shit we in. Right? Yeah. So we gotta take what they give us, because at this point, them niggas run this shit. They run it. They been running this shit for ain't shit going to change. There's no.
I don't like saying it like that. You could say it that way, or you could say they were here first. That don't mean they run the shit. They run it because they were here first.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's a
That's why.
perception.
Yeah,
I don't like the perception of they run it.
and yeah, they're dicks
Even
and they're
if it's
that.
true,
But they
even if it's true, I want the perception of nigga. They only run it because we weren't here first to get the opportunity to. It's not because they ill. I don't like that
no, they're
perception of
not ill.
they
They're not
run
ill.
it
No,
like.
no, 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 they're not ill. And
But the way
they're
you said
making
it
money.
implies that though.
They're making way more money than off the shit that niggas are that's supposed to be making all the fucking money. The artists themselves are supposed to be making all the money in it. You know, they're fuckers. Yes, they are. But it's the world we live in. You know?
I don't even like phrases like that. Like
It's the world we live in, bro.
it's a defeated phrase, is what I'm saying. I don't like the
Well, it's not defeated.
phrase
I
of
mean,
like
it's
it
not
is what
defeat.
it is.
It's not defeat.
It is though, because it's like, yo, that's just how it is. We can't do anything, but it's like we can
We
though.
doing
Like,
shit. We doing shit. We are doing
we
shit.
need new phrases. Basically, is what I'm saying. We just need new phrases. Like, I'm tired of the phrases like that. Like, yo, it is what it is, or you know how it is. Like, it was that way, nigga. We changing shit now.
We are. We are. We definitely are.
Cause them crackers. But that nigga Soldier Boy said them crackers.
But sometimes, you gotta use those. You gotta use them niggas to your best abilities. You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
just saying we need to get a white boy on the pod so we can get this shit global.
You know what I'm saying? So we could, like we.
Oh yeah, hold on. We got to get some church announcements out. Cracking the 80s pod is looking for a resident white representative. You know what I mean? We need a white face for the pod. So if you wanna apply, just go ahead and hit us on socials. Socials, Cracking the 80s pod. We looking for a white. So if you're white out there and you want to be a part of this, just go ahead and apply.